World Cup. The Nigerian Super Eaglets, which includes our own Kelechi Iheanacho Senior Man, Garba and the whole likes of the names are in, and the 21 players and also 10 staffs or coaching staff who were promised all kind of things when they return to Nigeria. One out of it is the houses promised to them by one of the state governors in Nigeria. At this time around, Garba, whenever he says he remembers one of his coaching staff, he remembers the promises that the Nigerian government, both the federal and some of the state government, had made promises to the lads and also his coaching staffs, but yet unfulfilled. After 11 years, Manu Garba is coming out to appeal to state governor, the state governor, and also the federal government who have made promises and yet to fulfill their promises to come out to do so in order to help these boys and this coaching staff have their own entitlement as promised. A beautiful morning to you. This is how we're going to be starting the program today, but let's quickly take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be looking at more on that particular story. My name is Ridan Musagawa RMG. Welcome to the Friday's edition of P&B Sport. We'll be right back.
Right here is where you can catch the brilliance of Mbappe, the scoring power of Kane, Ronaldo's, and all of the greats fighting for the glory to be crowned the kings of Europe. Don't miss the unbeatable action of all 51 games of Europe's biggest football event, the Euro 2024 live.
Now, welcome back. Let's quickly let you know that you can reach us out on Facebook and also on YouTube platforms. On YouTube, we are Politics and Business TV/English, while on Facebook is at Politics and Business TV/English. You just go out there, click the follow button and the subscribe button to get more of our programmings and the rest of them. All right, now let's go straight into the program at the Friday's edition today as ahead of the Paris 2024 Olympics. Now, the Tigers coach, Rene Wakama, has come out to make a booster that the ladies are already ready for the games and say they are on high spirit ahead of the Paris 2024 games. The African champions commenced their readiness for the games with a closed door camping exercise in Saarbrücken out there in Germany last week. Now Wakama was excited about the players' commitment and dedication to the team. He says things have been going well in the camp in the last few days as they have they've had great practice sections and the girls are in great spirits. She says the girls are responding well to the training and getting better every day. That is what's better. She's confident that the girls will be able to display their talent when they get to Paris. She says that they are excited and looking forward to the games. She told a newsman. Now the Tigers is a house in the group with Canada, France, and the United States of America ahead of the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Now the head coach of the Tigers, Rene Wakama, make the statement there and also calling on the ladies to be Parker. She is confident that the girls will be able to display their talent when they get to Paris as they are excited. Now let's maintain Paris issues as the Secretary General of the Nigerian Olympic Committee, Tunde Popola, has said that there is no cause for alarm ahead of the July 12 final judgment by the Court of Arbitration for Sport, which is today, on the allegations by the World Anti-Doping Agency, WADA, that the country is non-compliant with the Anti-Doping Code 15 days before the 2024 Olympics in Paris. Now, the fate of Nigeria athletes competing in the name of the country is hanging in the balance as an unfavorable judgment will see Nigeria and the athletes lose some privileges, just like waving the flag of Nigeria in the games and subsequent editions. Now, Popola, however, allied that there is no fear and nothing that the NOC has been able to put in order ahead of today's judgment. Now, top officials of the Ministry of Sport Development and other agencies of the government, as well as 3 international lawyers hired to defend the case, are said to be in Lausanne, Switzerland, for the hearing. Now, the allegation of non-compliance and the consequences are expected to take effect on Nigeria immediately after CAS make its ruling today. If Nigeria is found guilty, the punishments recommended by Wider Compliance Review Committee states that the country's flag shall not be flown at the Paris Olympic Games. Rather, the athletes will be taking their own name, and there will be no national anthem for Nigeria. This means that Nigerian athletes will not compete under the country's name and code, and if they win any medal, there will be no room for Nigeria anthem or flag to be hoisted. The country will also be ineligible to host any major sporting event until reinstatement conditions have been met. This could be the sad one for us today, but we'll just pray and keep our fingers crossed to see what pans out in the judgment today. Now let's go straight to CAF, where the draws of the 2024-2025 CAF Inter-Club competition was conducted yesterday, and it was mixed feelings for Nigerians representative. Now, according to the draws released, Remo Desert Stars received the toughest oppositions as they were drawn against the Moroccan side AS FAR in the first preliminary round. Champions Rangers International got relative ease opponent with a tie against the Comoros champions Zilimajo. In the Confederations Cup also, we saw Federation Cup champions El Kanemi Warriors were handed a tough road with a game against the Daje FC of Benin, but will face former champions RS Bakani of Morocco in the second round if they survive the Beninians club. Meanwhile, a Yimba International was drawn by in the first preliminary round, but will play the winner between Haifa of Guinea and also Rahimo of Burkina Faso. These are the list of the teams that will playing up in the competition of the both CAF Confederation Cup and also the CAF Interclub competition. All right, now let's go straight to the talk of the topic today and also in the social media platform. Manu Garba, the coach of the Golden Eaglet, has once again, not the first time, once again appealed to the government, the federal government, and also the good people of Cross River State to fulfill the pledges of houses they made to the players and officials of the 2013 FIFA Under-17 World Cup winning team in the United Arab Emirates. Now, Manu Garba painfully regrets that the unfulfilled promise remained a sore point for not only the team members but also its late equipment manager Mohamed Kafa, who unfortunately passed away almost a year ago without getting the house gift promised by Cross River State government, led at the time by former Governor Liel Imoki. Meanwhile, he says when he remembers Mohamed Kafa, one of the things that comes to mind is his desire to get the house pledged to all the 10 officials and 21 players that won the World Cup in 2013 by the governor, Senator Liel Imoki. Garba said, recall that precisely on the 15th of November 2013, Governor Imoke, during the reception inside the State Council chambers for the victorious FIFA Under-17 World Cup team of 2013, offered a house gift to the 21 players and 10 officials for doing the country's proud in the United Arab Emirates. And our own Kelechi Iheanacho was part of this team and others. But today, it is a story for another day. Now the Nigerian Football Federation is ready for a two-battle with the Egyptian counterpart for the service of Harvey Renard to become the new head coach of the Nigerian Super Eagles and Pharaohs. And now sources are coming in from outside the shores. It seems that Egypt and the NFF have tabled an offer around 2 million euros a year, which is about 3.4 billion naira, for the Frenchman, who has expressed his desire to leave the France women's football team after the 2024 Paris Olympics. Now, recall the three-time African champions Nigeria is without a head coach for the Nigerian Super Eagles following the resignation of former coach Finidi George after a string of poor results in the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier games. A back-to-back one for that matter. In the recent month, Renard has decided not to leave too much suspense regarding his future. Meanwhile, another African team is following this development closely and has already spoken with the former coach of Saudi Arabia without making an offer. 3 billion naira every year. Would this be enough for Nigeria to pay a foreign coach? This could be a topic for another time. But for now, let's go for a quick break. When we come back, we'll be going to Wimbledon as we saw tears rumbling from the cheeks of the female fighters yesterday in clay courts. We'll be right back.
Right here is where you can catch the brilliance of Mbappe, the scoring power of Kane, Ronaldo's, and all of the greats fighting for the glory to be crowned the kings of Europe. Don't miss the unbeatable action of all 51 games, Europe's biggest football event, the Euro 2024 live.
Alright, so welcome back, and don't forget that you can reach us out on Facebook and also on YouTube. It was a record-breaking semi-final Wimbledon, not to forget. 2 hours and 51 minutes from a brilliant sporting drama as Italian 7th seed Jasmine Paolini defeated unseeded Donna Vekic 2-6, 6-4, 7-6, 10-8 on the longest women's semi-final in the tournament's history. Paolini had never won a match here before July. She has now won 6 in a row, but none more nerve-wracking than these. After losing the bruising opponent sets, Paolini was in trouble at 4-3 and break down in the final set. Vekic was 2 games from glory despite being hampered by an injury to her right arm. And Paolini fought back and had 2 matches a point as the roller coaster content entered into the faintly dramatic conclusion into thrilling 10-point tie-break. Paolini traded 3-1, 6-5, and 8-7, but the delight of the trio center court, the hugely popular Italian with a never-say-die attitude, sealed a remarkable win. I wish most of you had watched that game to know how emotional that game was. 2 hours 51 minutes, approximately we would say 3 hours of tennis play in the center court, the first time in the history of the competition of Wimbledon. Congratulations to the winner. Now let's go straight to the main side where Wimbledon semi-finalist Lorenzo Musetti, who a lot would say loves tattoo, lives for tennis so much as he has tattooed a racket on a graph of his own heartbeat on his left arm. It is one of the 3 tattoos on the Italian's body. He also has an anchor representing the importance of family in his life, and a quote from his coaching saying, "Meglo diva ancora venire," meaning the best is yet to come. Now, the 22-year-old who became a father in the month of March will hope that a mantra will help him when he faces 7-time Wimbledon champion Novak Djokovic in the second of today's semi-final games. Musetti, a finalist at this year's Queen's Cup, has already had a roller coaster into the second week of Grand Slam for the first time in his career. He has won 3 of his matches this fortnight in 4 sets, and the other 2 in 5, overcoming 13-seed Taylor Fritz in an epic quarterfinal that lasted 3 hours, 27 minutes. The crowd on Court 1 quickly sided with the Italian, appreciated his powerful and resilient play, as well as his passionate reaction to victory. As the underdog for today's game, the 25th seed is likely to have even more support when he walks onto center court for the first time. Djokovic, meanwhile, will be hoping for a better reaction after accusing some members of the crowd for disrespecting and booing during his fourth-round win over Roger Rune. Underdogs are always booed, but this time let's see how it pans out with the man later tonight. Now in the CONMEBOL, as it has opened an investigation into unacceptable scenes in which Uruguayan striker Darwin Núñez clashed with Colombian fans at the Copa America in the United States. The Liverpool forward Núñez was involved in an altercation with the spectators in the stand after Colombia's 1-0 win in Wednesday's semi-final in Charlotte, North Carolina. Now the incident broke out in a section of the stadium where many family members of the Uruguayan players were seated. Now the governing body stressed its wishes to understand the sequence of the event that led to the incident. The disorder broke out after Colombia's victory, which set up a final against Argentina in Sunday. And Núñez climbed the railings and made his way into the crowd stands and almost punched one off the fans, but he got punched back. Alright, enough talks for that. Enough talk from the Copa America. And don't forget, we are on break on the Euro 2024. And now let's not forget that on Sunday, the Euro 2024 will be coming your way live and direct by 8 p.m. local time and 9 p.m. British time, where England will be facing Spain in the finals. And that is the 51st game that will be going down in the Euro 2024. Like I told you, this is how we're going to be doing it every week. Every weekday we'll be bringing to you all inclusive and exclusive match previews and reviews of all 51 games in the Euro 2024. Now we just have one game left on Sunday, which is the final in Munich at the Allianz Arena. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll glance through the transfer scene. A whole lot is happening. Manchester United are doing a refurbished movement in the center court and also in the backroom staff. We'll be right back.
Right here is where you can catch the brilliance of Mbappe, the scoring power of Kane, Ronaldo's, and all of the greats fighting for the glory to be crowned the kings of Europe. Don't miss the unbeatable action of all 51 games of Europe's biggest football event, the Euro 2024 live.
Welcome back. Now, all Manchester United want is to get back to their stance. And it seems so, as they have named the former striker Ruud van Nistelrooy and go-ahead Eagles manager Ren Hake as their new assistant manager to ply up with Erik ten Hag. The pair have been appointed to Erik ten Hag's backroom staff on a contract until June 2026. And Ten Hag says he is delighted that Ren and Ruud have agreed to join the project, adding a wealth of experience, knowledge, and a new energy to the staff. Now is a good time to refresh the coaching team as they look to build on the achievement of the past 2 years and push to the next level. The senior first team coach Steve McLaren and also first team coach Darren Fletcher still remain in their roles, but Michel van der Gaag, the direct assistant to Erik ten Hag, and also Benny McCarthy have left the club. Old Trafford for Van Nistelrooy. It marks a return to Old Trafford for Van Nistelrooy, who scored 150 goals in 219 appearances for United between 2000 and 2006. In the span of 6 years, he has previously managed outside the PSV, but resigned at the end of the season of 2022-2023 season. And since then, he has been without a job. Now let's go straight to Real Madrid, with that are set to announce Kylian Mbappe, but have revealed that Mbappe will wear the jersey number 9 shirt at the Santiago Bernabeu. A record sales are set to result in 6 additional weeks for supporters to receive their replica jerseys from the club official store. Madrid's number 9 shirt had been left vacant since Karim Benzema's move to Al Ittihad at the end of the 2022-2023 season. Kylian Mbappe will be presented as a Real Madrid player on Tuesday after joining the club on a 5-year deal. Real's official online store crashed earlier on Thursday, which was yesterday, when the supporters raised to order and Mbappe shirt and longer delay are affecting purchase, according to Marca. Last time Cristiano Ronaldo wore this jersey was before it was given to Kylian Mbappe. It was given to Karim Benzema, and the idol that the man worships, Kylian Mbappe, he will be wearing his shirt as the next number 9. Is it, or does it mean he is putting on the shirt that his idol had put on for a couple of seasons? Well, we'll talk more on that. Let's go straight to more stories and more transfer rumors this time around. We'll go to England, where Football Association want Gareth Southgate to stay on as England manager, even if the team loses the Euro 2024 final against Spain on Sunday. Now, the US have also made a former Liverpool manager, Jurgen Klopp, their top candidate to replace Greg Berhalter. Klopp is not interested in the US role and would like a break from management. Meanwhile, Klopp is also wanted by his native Germany. And Al Ittihad are also closing in on Aston Villa's 25-year-old France winger, Moussa Diaby. More signings are for Manchester United, as Ziggy is hoping to have his medicals later today. And also Barcelona defender and also Holland and Netherlands defender Matt De Ligt is expected to sign a deal for Manchester United. We'll be looking at more on transfer immediately after the Euros on Sunday, as we'll come your way on Monday with another exciting moment. But for now, 8 p.m. local time, 9 p.m. Nigerian time, Spain versus England on Sunday. Enjoy the finals, and let's come back and celebrate with the winners on Monday. My name has been Ridwan Musa Go RMG, and I'm saying bye for now.